Yeah, so this is part 3 of my first visit to Portugal. So, yeah, I'm at the point where I'm getting on the bus and I'm so excited. And I'm like, yes, I just got to find my seat. And as I approach the seat, in the seat next to it, there's a nun. Now, I went to Catholic school and I didn't have the best relationship with the nuns there. During that time that I was there, I didn't have the best time. So I'm already thinking this may be a long 1 hour ride. But I'm like, this my seat, so I'm gonna sit down and everything is gonna be okay. Why did you doubt yourself? Of course you should come to Portugal because you wanted to. I go to sit down. This nun puts her hand in the seat, her arm across my seat, and refuses to allow me to sit. So I'm double checking this ticket. I'm looking. I'm like, but this is my seat. I know this is my seat. So the person who's sitting in the seat behind mine, looked at the ticket and is like, yeah, yeah, that's your seat. Yes, yes. So attempts to tell this nun in Portuguese that that is my seat. To which the nun responds, no, it's not, in Portuguese. This seat belongs to the young man who is in the toilet right now. This woman would not look at the ticket, didn't care what was on the ticket, was basically like, you're not sitting your next to me. Okay? So I'm frustrated and I'm like, this language barrier has me like in a chokehold. And then I'm like, this is a nun, so my instinct to let her have it is, I'm trying to hold back on that because I'm like, I'm a visitor in another country. I can't even speak the language. I don't know the culture well, but I'm just guessing that nuns are revered, right? So I'm trying to, but at the same time, those doubts creep back into my head. Like, why did you do this to yourself? What in the world were you thinking? Like, why would you come here? Why would you do this alone? Why? So this is all this the noise that's going on in my head at the same time that I don't have a seat. This nun is not budging, not one bit, does not care. This nun was straight gangster. You hear me what I say, okay? I'm like trying to take a deep breath. So I go in the meantime, I just go and sit in another seat that was just open. But because there's a seat number on this seat, I'm imagining that this person is going to just show up. This person is going to show up and they're going to want their seat. And what am I supposed to do at that point, right? I'm going to just let this person just punk me and like take my seat? Like, what is this? But as the bus is full, the bus pulls off and there's one person standing up. I'm guessing probably a tourist, so they don't know that they are required to have a seat to be on this bus, right? You have to. So the person is standing up. The bus driver, I guess, eventually notices that somebody's standing up, and he when he had pulled out of the station, he had to come circle back around and come and sit. I said, "Oh my gosh, this is the person whose seat I'm in. Oh my gosh!" So I'm like, I'm panicking, and I'm like, they're gonna put me off the bus. Remember, I said it was getting dusky, it was getting dark. I was like, oh my god, am I gonna be put off this bus? And I'm be out here in the dark in this place that I don't know. What in the world am I supposed to do now? Like, this is crazy. Like, this can't work. Breathe deeply, breathe deeply, breathe deeply. So I'm sitting in this seat, and the bus driver stops. After he pull back in, he stops. He gets up and he starts talking, and he's like somebody's in the wrong seat or whatever. This person has a seat, and just so happened that the person who was standing up belonged in a seat that was further up. Thank goodness. Okay, thank goodness. And the woman was asleep, so she didn't realize that she had reached her stop, which was that Fatima stop. And so she was supposed to get off. So the woman gets off. This person sits down. I breathe like a moment of the frustration, the angst, the anger, the fear, the doubt, everything just kind of came down on me. And I had on a pair of sunglasses, and thank goodness, because the tears were just flooding down my face. And I was just like, because amongst all my other fears, this was the fear that I had allowed somebody else to dictate how my time was going to go, that I had allowed this nun to punk me. I was just like, not saying something. Once when I was young, I didn't kind of speak up for myself all the time. But once I got to a place where I found my voice, I couldn't stop speaking. Okay. So holding back and not like letting this nun have it really made me angry at myself. So all of these feelings bubbling up inside of me, I mean, the tears were just flowing down, and I was so grateful I had on shades so that people didn't outright see me with the ugly cry. I just tried to like hold it together, but the tears, they just kept flowing. They just kept flowing. Eventually, I get back to Lisbon. All is well. I stop at a little restaurant. I get myself something to eat. And that's like day 2 in the books, right? It was just day 2 in the books. But it taught me a lesson. A, you got to stand up for yourself no matter where you are. B, you have everything that you need within you to do what you need to do and go where you need to go. Okay? And I had to regroup and reset because I was already going to be out there for 2 months. There was no like, oh, let me just run back home. No, I had to do a different thing. I had to adapt. I had to be flexible. Now, I ain't saying I needed to be flexible and let that woman take my seat, because I should have just sat in that seat and laid back on her arm like I was going to break it. Really and truly, no. I'm just saying. Okay, it's not nice, but I'm just saying. I shouldn't have allowed her to tell me no. Obviously, I had to allow the bus driver initially, the first time, to tell me that no, because I was going to get on the wrong bus, right? So I understand that no. But the no that this nun gave me was a no that I should not have taken. And the response that I initially had was a response that I should not have taken, okay? I did not have to give up on myself and my whole plan of coming to Portugal. I didn't have to, doubt myself and feel bad about making this decision just because somebody else didn't want me to sit in the seat next to them. Like, what in the world was the matter with me? So I had to get some act right. And I did, and life went on. But it was a valuable lesson, a valuable travel lesson. Be prepared, expect the unexpected, and stand your ground. Do what you need to do for you. Okay? Thank you for listening.